Going to clear him. He won't be able to do that in turn 3.
Getting up to speed, everyone going down the backstretch. Colin Brown able to hold on to that second spot. Now teammates side by side. That's James Buescher on the outside of Rick Crawford. Here's 2 and 3 wide just behind him, coming out of 4.
Oh,
Taylor Molson was completely sideways and spinning through the grass.
And back out onto the racetrack in front of a few trucks.
Oh, Skinner gets clobbered. Skinner gets hit hard down into turn 1.
On his side is Mike Skinner, back on the wheels now. He got hit very hard.
He was,
I'm okay.
He got turned around after Malsom spun off 4. I just happened to be watching it. He was sliding backwards, went up in the middle of the racetrack and got clobbered from behind. But we heard him say he's all right.
Yeah, that was great news. Yeah. And that was Mike Skinner himself saying, I'm all right.
Adam Alexander.
He came on the radio, criticized another driver on the track, and you could hear the tone in his voice. He was okay, but the fierce competitor in him was coming out. And after a wild crash like that, you tip the cap to NASCAR for their safety and how well these trucks are made. And I tell you what, while it's tough on paper to see the point leader have a crazy crash like that, the good news is he's going to walk away. Amazing.
Man.
And race again in our next race at Dover.
They're looking for
a little bit disappointed, I'm sure, after coming off the Kansas race with a win, taking over the points lead, and now his night will end early as the red flag has come out here, as they will have to clean up this racetrack. We saw Taylor Malsom get sideways just as they were going by our speed camera right on the entrance to the tri-oval.
And Skinner was ahead of that. And someone must have hit him from behind, because when I looked up, he was backwards in the middle of the front straightaway, and the thing went straight back up in front of traffic. And
it may have had nothing to do with Taylor Malsom incident.
Yeah. Well, it could have been that Skinner had slowed down. Let's take another look. The caution lights are going to come on, I believe, when Taylor Malsom gets sideways.
There's Skinner up ahead.
Down on the inside of the 13 of Johnny Sauter.
Oh, Sauter pinches him a little bit low.
Pinches him into the grass. Now watch this.
There's a white
now.
truck that clobbers him. Watch this.
Right there.
Very hard hit. Got completely underneath that 5.
Hard hit. Is that TJ Bell?
I believe
in the 11
it is.
truck?
I believe it is.
Take another look. There, Skinner was in the grass. Now you see the caution light come on.
See the roof flap goes up, and then TJ Bell. Ooh, wow.
He had no idea. TJ Bell had no idea that 5 was coming up the racetrack.
No, he couldn't. He couldn't. Even if he had it, there wasn't anywhere he could have went.
Nothing he could have done. This is real time. The 5 truck on the inside. Skinner gets sideways.
Just jumps around with him. You can see he's got his wheels cut to the right, trying to save it from it spinning, and he never got them turned back to the left. And when it got straightened up, you know, it didn't have any way else to go except for into that outside wall.
A hard hit by Mike Skinner into the wall, and it was so comforting to hear him say, I'm okay.
See, Johnny Sauter had Matt Crafton above him. He moved down to give Matt a little bit more room and then squeezed Mike Skinner down into the grass.
I just can't. I'm just so happy Mike's okay. Look at that. That's terrible.
That's an unbelievable accident. I tell you what, that shot we just saw, there was a cameraman right next to the catch fence when Skinner got up into it.
Look at all this camera work the speed crew's doing. I mean, these shots are incredible. Watch this impact. Look how close the cameraman has this 5 truck zeroed in, and look at TJ Bell. Wham!
Wow, that is incredible.
Great camera work to capture that action.
Look at all the debris flying everywhere. A spring bouncing across down the racetrack on the outside.
What an unbelievable ride Mike Skinner just had.
Every now and then, as a race car driver, you're in a wreck, and you just it was unavoidable. And I don't think TJ Bell had a prayer.
No.
It happened so fast. I don't think he had a prayer of making any call. Look at TJ just ahead there in that white truck.
Ironically, TJ made contact with Taylor Malsom to start that incident.
Easy. Can't help you a lot there. Go down. Go down. Come on back up. Come on up. Good job, buddy. Real good.
That was the
That's
audio
Johnny
from Johnny Benson, TJ Bell's teammate.
Randy Moss, the owner of the 5 truck that Mike Skinner was driving,
as well as the 81 of Taylor Malsom. There's David Dollar.
That was a tough straightaway.
Partner.
Tough straightaway for old Randy.
Sure was.
One truck spinning through the infield, and I'll be darned if the other one doesn't get just totaled out.
Our last race was so good for Randy Moss Motorsports, with Mike Skinner winning at Kansas and Taylor Malsom having a good finish, and Unfortunately, not going to be a great one here.
You know, we talked to Skinner before the race. He said we just don't need to finish 34th. Well, a crash like that is going to put him back in at least 31st, maybe 32nd. So a bad night for the point leader, but darn, it's good to see that he got out of that truck and walked away. I just can't believe the violence. Did you see all this debris that flew everywhere?
Yeah, another thing there, the safer barrier cushioned a little bit of the blow when he went into the wall, but the construction of these vehicles is amazing. I mean, he was up on top of the 11 of TJ Bell.
Well, TJ Bell runs into the side of the 81 of Taylor Mawson. Must have got a little loose up under Taylor, spun him, but that didn't have anything to do with what happened to Skinner. Look at Jason White. He was all over the back of Kyle Busch.
I think he spun to avoid running into the back of Kyle Busch.
Did a great job of never getting it going the wrong direction.
Well, all that was happening behind.
There's Taylor Mawson spinning to the grass, and there's Skinner just going under our camera.
Taylor makes some more contact with the safer barrier. And this happens in front of Taylor Mawson.
Man, look at all those trucks trying to figure out where to go. And look at poor TJ. He didn't have a chance.
Wow. At the last second, it looked like he grabbed the wheel and tried to go left. And just Max Skinner was right there in front of him.
Adam Alexander.
And while all this was going on, guys, in the back straightaway, Kyle Busch, who received damage, got out of his truck and looked things over and has been continuous on the radio in conversation with crew chief Doug George, telling him what they need to do to get this thing repaired. You can see as you look at Kyle's truck now, the window net is down, and I believe what we're looking at is a live picture of Kyle. But a moment ago, he got out of the truck, looked at the damage on the left front, and it was almost, if you listen to him talk, it was almost as if he had a legal pad and a pencil writing down all the issues and the number of parts and pieces they would need to get this thing repaired. And you may remember the reason he was back there is because of that penalty when they came down pit road for fuel the second time at lap 28. Too many guys over the wall. So anytime you put yourself behind the 8 ball as far as track position, you know you open the door to being involved in an accident. And so Doug George has been on the radio talking to his guys, making sure everyone knows where they're supposed to be so they don't get penalized again and sending too many people over the wall. And Kyle Busch, very cool and calm behind the wheel and using his knowledge of the race vehicle to help his team when he comes down pit road for repairs. Here you see the replay. This reminds you of Sterling Marlin. Wasn't it in 2002 in the Daytona 500 when he got out, touched his vehicle under red? That's a no-no.
Yeah,
We'll wait and see if there's a penalty here for Kyle Busch. I'm not sure why there would be. He didn't touch it, didn't work on it. Well, he climbs back in, and now he knows a little bit better of what they need to do. And you can see there's a conversation going on now with Doug George and a NASCAR official. We'll continue to follow this as the evening continues. The drama of the crash, certainly first and foremost, but you know, in some way.
Adam, you mentioned Sterling Martin. What happened there is he made adjustments, or he was trying to fix his vehicle under red, and you can't do that.
That, and also he wasn't planning on stopping again. He just wanted to pull his fender out so he could maintain track position. The reason why it doesn't matter really what Kyle Busch did is because he's going to come to pit road and they're going to work on that truck. Sterling was priceless. He climbed out of that car and he started working on it. And when somebody come up to him and hit him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, bud, you can't do that," he's like, "What? I didn't do anything." There's only like 100 cameras watching every move everyone makes.
And millions of people watching.
Yeah, that's I think now called the Sterling Marlin rule. If you get out of your car, don't touch it. Don't work on it. This is why we're under a red flag condition. Mike Skinner turned around into the wall, up on top of the 11 of TJ Bell, rolls on his side, then back over the wheels. And the great thing is when he says and waves to the crowd, "I'm okay."